All right, good morning, everyone. It is about 6:24. I'm a little bit late, but let's get started with the load board report. Give me just a moment. Start my recording. All right, good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. And this morning, it is the load time for the load board report. So, and of course, this is sponsored by our new school, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and Actual Freight Logistics Vocational Training School. Students come down for 2 weeks. They get to train here at our facility here in Tallahassee, Florida. And at the end of the course, they receive guaranteed career placement from bonded freight brokerage firms and state licensed dispatch firms. So it's a one-of-a-kind school, great training, great experience. Everything is paid for within your tuition, travel, hotel accommodations, meals, Uber and Lyft rides, whole 9 yards. So let's get behind that. Don't forget also our online training platform, which is also by the same name, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, National Dispatchers Network, where we provide you with tools, resources, training, support, everything you're going to need to run your dispatch firm or freight brokerage firm or small trucking company. We save you money. We provide you continued support and a network that you can plug into to help you to become successful in this industry. And this industry is easy to make $100 grand a year. I don't know of any other industry that within your first year you can easily, scale your business to more than 100 grand per year. I did it. Many of my students have done it, and I know you all could do it too. So if you're looking for something that's real, the trucking industry is very, very, very real. If you're looking for something that's real, look us up. And we'll show you how to get involved with this industry and provide you with the tools and resources and the training to make that happen so you can be on your way to 100K plus your first year within the trucking and freight industry. All right, let's get started. Let me start sharing my screen here. All right, let's go over here to the National Dispatchers Network. This is where we go to our students and our network members go to access our back office tools and resources. And of course, those back office tools and resources include, more than 140,000 hours of video, operational training videos, tools and resources like our government connection to 19 million plus shippers, all of our documents, contracts, agreement forms, including your dispatch agreements, your broker and carrier agreements, your shipper agreements, your shipper onboarding site, and of course load boards. So you don't have to think. This saves you money right here, at least $300 a month that we save you on load boards. But we give you access to more than 100 load boards. All right, let's go to one of our load boards so we can go ahead and do this. This report this morning. The report this morning is going to be very short. Resume share. Okay. Loading up Trucking Planet. Let me check to make sure I'm logged in. Let me log in. All right, now I'm logged in. Let's go ahead and go to the load map. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the load board. In your neck of the woods when it comes to freight and freight availability. Let's get this map going. All right, so let's take a snapshot of the country and see what's going on. All right, we're gonna start off here in Maine this morning. It's cold out here in Florida, so I know it's cold up some of these northern states. But in Maine this morning, we have 296 loads available in Maine. In Vermont, we have 147 loads available. In New Hampshire, we have 71 loads available. In Massachusetts, we have 838 loads available this morning. In Rhode Island, we have 17 loads available. In Connecticut, we have 786 loads available. In New Jersey, we have 939 loads available. In Delaware, we have 176 loads available this morning. In Maryland, we have 957 loads that are available this morning. Skip over here to New York, we have 1,501 loads available. In PA, Pennsylvania, we have 1,829 loads available. In Ohio, we have 2,126 loads. In West Virginia, 309 loads. In Virginia, 1,110 loads. In North Carolina, we have 1,319 loads. In South Carolina, we have 1,019 loads. In the great state of Georgia, we have 2,569 loads available. In Florida, my sunny state here down here in Florida, it was really, really cold this morning. Been raining for the last couple of days, and it's just, just wet cold. Hate that. In Florida, we have 2,461 loads available. In Alabama, we have 2,772 loads available. Over in Mississippi, we have 673 loads available. In Louisiana, we have 869 loads available. Let's jump up here to Tennessee, 1,518 loads available. Kentucky, 1,004 loads available. Indiana, 1,788 loads available. In Michigan, 1,776 loads available. 1776, historical date. Okay, in Wisconsin, we have 1,517 loads available. In Iowa, 44 loads available. Illinois, we have 2,802 loads available. In Missouri, 1,307 loads available. In Arkansas, 1,998 loads available. Down in the great state of Texas, we have 5,880 loads available. Oklahoma, 789 loads. In Kansas, 700. In Nebraska, 480 loads. South Dakota, 473 loads. In North Dakota, 130 loads. If I didn't mention before, Minnesota, 1,102 loads. Montana, 518 loads available. In Wyoming, we have 461 loads available. In New Mexico, we have 432 loads available. In Arizona, 887 loads available. In Utah, we have 1,108 loads available. In Idaho, 1,279 loads available. Washington State, we have 1,610 loads available. Oregon, 2,122 loads available. Nevada, 496 loads available. And in the great state of California, we have 3,677 loads available. And down there in Alaska, we have 4 loads available. All right. That's what's going on in your neck of the wood when it comes to freight and freight availability. Okay. And I'm still not reporting anything on Colorado because I am in protest for the gentleman who received that 110 years for an accident in his truck. Brakes gave out. Just seems like they're putting all the blame on him when the company should bear most of the blame. I'm not saying that he is blameless, but it was an accident. He panicked, young man, rookie. I know what it's like to be in a truck coming down a mountain. Okay, so as seasoned as I am, and as before I became a truck driver, I was in combat. I did 10 years in the military, in the Army, 10th Mountain Division. So rapid deployment. So I had been in combat, and even as seasoned as I am, coming down a mountain with a 40,000 pounds up to 60,000 pounds strapped to the back of your truck, pushing you downhill, in these mountains. And if it happened in the wintertime, oh my God, it's just crazy. So even I was very, very unsettled and had to wonder, if I wasn't orchestrating all my brakes and Jake brakes and engine braking and my tapping my brakes and downshifting and all that stuff. All that has to be coordinated. And if you're not focused, or if you're rattled already, things can get out of hand real quick. And when that happens, I found myself thinking, could I hit one of those ramps? If I hit one of those ramps, what would happen? If my brakes gave out, my brakes caught on fire, if my truck became a runaway, would I be able to navigate and hold myself together to, have the, just the calmness and the foresight to exit on one of those escape ramps? It's not that simple. Fear is a very powerful thing. And some people are paralyzed by fear. Some of us are sprung into action by fear. But, it's beyond your control what happens to you when fear sets in. It really is. I know. Being in combat, every time I was in combat, I was afraid. The first time I was paralyzed with fear until my training kicked in. And but if it had not been for the training that I received, not just in basic training, because that wasn't enough to prepare me for the fear of combat, but being with my a year before actually going into combat and all the advanced training that we received, that's what prepared me for combat. That's what prepared me to really overcome my fear and to act on my training. And this young man, a rookie coming out of trucking school, there's no way he was prepared. And it's tragic for the people that lost their lives, but it was an accident. And 110 years for an accident, that was just unjust, in my opinion. Some of you may feel differently. That's your opinion. And in this country, you have the right to your opinion. All right. So with that being said, all right, let's go ahead and check out over here on YouTube to see what we got as far as people joining us this morning on YouTube. Okay, I'm on the wrong one there. There we go. Got to go to this one. Well, there we are. Let's check my YouTube channel real quick. Load board report. See who's checked in so far. We have 2 people watching so far. We have Dorothy Hamilton out of Bark Tech. Hey, how you doing, Dorothy? Thank you for joining us this morning. We have Drew's. What's good? Hey, it's all good. If you want to know the truth, it's all good. So that's what we got going on, and that's what's good. That's what's going on. All right. Thank y'all for chiming in. If you all have any suggestions of where you want me to look for loads at this morning, please feel free to type them in. If you're on YouTube, or if you're out there in your truck, you're looking for a load, give me a call, 866-973-6445. It's our hotline to get free loads. I will look up free loads in your area and give you all the information you need to grab those loads and get going. All right, so let's go ahead and get back over to my thing here, and let's go over to my load board. There we go. Back on the load board there. Looking at the freight. And let's go ahead and find something real quick. Let me check with my YouTube people to see if anyone's got any suggestions. All right, no suggestions so far. Southern Georgia. All right, let's go to Southern Georgia. Particularly where in Southern Georgia? What are we talking about? Atlanta, Macon, Decatur? Give me a city. Cody Pro 21. You suggested Southern Georgia. Give me a city. Okay, well, let's just try Atlanta then, since he's not giving me. Let's see the rates for flatbed step deck from Virginia to anywhere. All right, we'll check that too. All right, first of all, let's check out this Southern Georgia. Let's go to Georgia. We got a request to check out Georgia, and he wants Southern Georgia, so I didn't get any responses from him exactly where in Southern Georgia. So let's try Atlanta. Why is Atlanta not pulling up on my thing here? Am I spelling Atlanta wrong? I know I'm spelling it right. Okay, we got the city there. Destination city. Let's try that. And I don't want to go to destination. I want to go load search from there it is, Atlanta, Georgia. All right. From Southern Georgia. What type of trailer are we looking for? If you the gentleman who wanted Southern Georgia, what type of trailer are we looking for here? Valdosta. What type of trailer? What type of trailer? Dry van. Okay. I guess that's so. We're gonna look for dry van right now. We're gonna look for the dry van freight. Now, for those of you who are looking for dry van freight, you do know that when you look for dry van, there's some other. If you got a vented dry van, you can look for vented dry van. Um, if you've got some other stuff you can put in here too to look for with other than just dry van when you're doing dry van freight. Um, you can even put in cargo because if you got someone that's got some that's looking for a cargo van, you can get a partial load if you don't have a full load with your dry van. You can get partial loads and make multiple stops and stuff like that too. But this morning we're gonna look for just dry van and see what's going on in Southern Georgia. We're gonna put destination anywhere, and we're gonna search here from Atlanta, Georgia, and see what's going on. All right. Now, one of the reasons why I like this particular load board because I can click over here where it says estimated rate per mile, and y'all know I like short loads, loads that run short runs. Now they've got some good, long run loads here for dry van. 1,870 miles from Atlanta going to Layton, Utah, and that's a van. It's paying about $2.38 per mile. That's decent for a long haul van. That's decent for a long haul dry van. Now, I want y'all to understand something. The average rate for dry van historically has always been around $1.67 to $1.89 per mile. That's the normal average rate. Now, here lately, because of all these things involved, pandemic, shortage of freight, and all that type of stuff, that rate has creeped up to above $2 per mile. So the average freight for dry van right now is around $2.10 per mile, averaged out. So the market is a little bit inflated when it comes to rate per mile and the price of freight right now. I don't want y'all to get used to these higher rates and thinking that this is the way it's always going to be, because it is not always going to be like this. If and when things do get back to a normal operating parameters, we get a handle on this pandemic, freight is become readily available and all this other stuff. When all this stuff snaps back, eventually we will get back to some type of normality. When that happens, the rates are gonna, level back off down to where they have traditionally been. So I don't want you all to get, thinking that this is something that's permanent, because in my opinion, it's not permanent. Okay, this rate is not going to stay as high as it's been, as it has been, even for this time of the year. This freight is, there's a whole lot of things that are going into why freight is up right now. Okay, but board because I can click on where it says pay rate, and when I click the pay rate, it would give me the from the highest rate down to the lowest rate, so I can look for is what's paying the most money overall. Now, if I want to look for what's paying the most money per mile, I'm going to click here where it says estimated rate per mile. I like to look at the rate per mile. Some of you all may be looking at the overall money, but here's the way I look at it: 1,870 miles and paying $4,452 or $2.30 a mile is not as good as. Check this out. It's not as good as is not nearly as good as going 151 miles, right, and making $1,100 at $7.28 a mile. Now, some of you all might be reading saying, yeah, but that's 4,400 some odd dollars. Yeah, but that's 1,800 miles, which means it's you. Look, if you're the best driver in the world, you can't drive a 600, 650 miles per day. That's when you got to shut down. In a driving shift, you can't drive but 600, 650 miles. If you're the best driver, don't come telling me I can drive 700, I can drive 800, because you can't. Not legally, you can't. It can't happen. You know what I mean? I don't care if you got a truck that's ungoverned. You can't do 750, 800 miles in one driving shift. You can't do it legally. Okay, so quit trying to convince me you can do it. Go tell that to somebody else. I hear people say all this stuff. You can't do it legally. Now, if you're running illegal, off the books, and all that type of stuff, that's one thing. But you cannot operate under the hours of service the way they currently are and make and drive 750, 800 miles in one driving shift. Ain't no way, no how. The best driver can only do 600, 650. I know because I was one of the best drivers out there, and I used to consistently drive between 600 and 650 miles. I'm in a driving shift. I 600 miles like it wouldn't, that was, my normal thing. 600, 620, 630. Every now and then I hit around that 640, 648. Whatever this is that. But that was if I was on flat land on the area where I had mostly downhill runs and things like that. But the best you're gonna do is 600, 650 miles. So with that being said, if you're taking an 1,800 mile run and being paid $4,400, which is $2 and some odd cents a mile, $2.20, $2.30 a mile, that is nowhere near the money you can make doing loads like this. Why? Because with this load from Atlanta to Birmingham, Alabama, drive-in or reefer, right? And it's paying $1,100, $7.28 per mile. Because that means you got time to do what? Run another load. Why? Because it's only 151 miles. It's only 151 miles. You can run 2 loads like this in a day, which would give you what? $2,200, right, in one day, versus it taking you an entire week to run 1,800 miles just to make $4,400. If you found loads like this every day, two loads that you're running every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and you running those loads and they're paying $1,100 average each load, you find 2 loads like that, and you're running them each day. Let me get my calculator here and show you what I'm talking about. If you're running 2 of those loads per day, you're looking at $2,200. And if you're running that 5 days a week, that's $11,000 versus what? $4,400. Wouldn't you rather bring home? Wouldn't you rather earn $11,000 working, just driving 5 days a week and not really stressing yourself, not putting the stress and strain on your truck of going 1,800 miles, right? Chances are you can find a load out and find a load back and be home every day off every weekend, $11,000 a week, versus running those long haul loads, right? And run that one trip a week and making $4,400 after your fuel and everything and all your expenses. I mean, you're down closer to $3,000. Come on, people. It's there's more to running a truck than just looking at the highest number on the pay and the highest number of miles. Hey, that's a good load. Let's run that. Let's run that. Let's run that. Let's run that. No, I'm a big proponent of short run loads. And if you all have watched me in the past, you pull up just about anything that I'm doing. I show you all how to connect these little short run loads and then how to turn them into dedicated lanes, thus enabling you to run the same loads every day, 5 days a week, be home every night, off every weekend, averaging $1,500 to $2,500 per day. That's where it's at. All right. So what you got here? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to increase that size. All right. So what you got here is this. So you got this load leaving from Atlanta going to Birmingham, Alabama, dry van or reefer. Is 42,000 pounds. The $7.28 per mile. The pay rate is $1,100. Now that is with Sharam Logistics Solutions. Give them a call at 859-963-3019. 859-963-3019. That's who that is. So Sharam Logistics, 859-963-3019 is who you call on that load. Let's check over here to see if there's any additional pickups and drops. It should, being this short of a run, it shouldn't be any other pickups and drops. It should be just straight through. So that makes it great. So that's what you have right there. Now, what I normally do is when I look at stuff like this, I go over here and I do a reverse search. Because it's such a short run load, of course you got time to run another load. So I'm going to do a reverse search to see what's going back to Atlanta from Birmingham that I can run and be back there. Now, so from Birmingham back to Atlanta, I've got this one going from Decatur back to Atlanta. It's only an 82-mile deadhead, which you can do. And it's only a 229-mile trip, which you can do all with that, because you got that, what was that? That was 100 and what miles on this one. On this one, it was 151 miles. So then you've got 82 plus 229. So let's do the math on that to see what we're looking at. So you got 151 miles, 151 plus 82 deadhead plus what? 237 back to Atlanta. Look at that, 470 miles. Out, back in, by the end of the day, and you make an additional on this one, $900. Or you can take this one, which is 82 miles out, to Decatur, right? And it takes you, then you got to go to Deadhead, 82 miles to Decatur, which is basically Atlanta. It's the same right here. And it's going to take you back to Forest Park, which is Atlanta. Same thing, okay? It's going to take you back 237 miles. So either one of these loads is going to pay you well. Here's one that's paying $1,200. So on your trip out, you made what? So on your trip out, on this one, on your trip out, you did 1,100, and then on your trip back, you can do 1,200 or 900. I would take the 1,200 because it's just a couple of miles more, 6 miles maybe difference. You're still heading back to Atlanta. Bam, all back in the same day. You're back home. Now, the thing to do is you want to contact these brokers. In this case, you got Dow Giroux is the broker on this one, and their number is on that backhaul or that reverse search is 352-732-9221. 352-732-9221. Look, here's what I would do. I would call that first broker over at Sharam. Now you do this after you have ran the load. You call that first broker back. You say, "Hey, Mr. Broker, how you doing? You know that my guy that ran that load that picked up in Atlanta and went to Birmingham early this morning? Yeah, you know he can be there every morning to run that same load." "Oh, really? Yeah." You just made that broker's day, because he no longer has to figure out where to find drivers to run that load. Because you're also going to find out if that load does in fact run every day, and most short run loads do run daily. Okay, so there's a good chance that load does run daily, and most short run loads do run daily. And then all you're going to do after you secured that one, then you're going to go over here and you're going to call this guy over at Del Jaru, right? And you're going to say the same thing. "Hey, you know my guy that picked that load up around mid-morning, around about 12 today, and ran that load out of Decatur back to Forest Park? Yeah, you know he can be there to pick that load up every day about the same time." Really? Now what have you done? You created a dedicated route. You created a dedicated lane. And if those loads run 5 days a week, you create a dedicated lane, you just secured for yourself $1,100 and $1,200 on your here. And let's see what that comes out to be. You got $1,100 plus $1,200. You're running 5 days a week. That's $2,300 a day. You're running 5 days, and this dry van, y'all. Let me remind y'all, we're still talking about a dry van, okay? Or or a reefer or whatever. Well, the second one is a reefer, so we may have to take the other one. Let me look at this other one and see what it says. All right, now this is a van, 900. So let's go with the van. So let's go 1,100 and 900. It's not 1,100 and 1,200. So let's go 1,100 and 900. Because this is a van right here. So, and that one's Decatur to Atlanta, same difference. So $2,000 a day in a dry van. $2,000 a day in a dry van. That times 5 days a week, $10,000 a week in a dry van. In a dry van, y'all. $52 weeks in a year. Do I need to see any more? $520,000, route, dedicated $520,000 a year dedicated route. Going out, coming back in, home every night, off every weekend. Let's get y'all responses on that. Now, do you all is that the kind of money you want to look at when you're thinking about, that's great money. I don't care if you're a dry van, flatbed, even reefer, that's still good money. Over $500,000 a year. And if you are a dispatcher and you're the one who found someone that loading, you're getting 10% of that, which is what we charge, is 10%. That's $50,000 a year, from just one carrier that you have on a contract. And it's worth that much because you're worth that much. If you're doing the type of job that I do, if you're doing it the way I do it, if you're finding freight the way I find freight for my carriers, you're worth that 10%. Okay? Because a good dispatcher, and I don't like to refer to people as dispatch, I refer to the good ones as owner-op business manager. Because if you're good at your job and you're an actual owner-op business manager, you're worth your weight in gold. Okay. Now, just so happens, this is the type of stuff that we teach at our school here in Tallahassee, Florida. At our new freight logistics vocational school, where we train freight broker agents and dispatch agents. They come down for 2 weeks to get some in-depth training here at our campus. Tuition is $7,500. Included in that tuition is everything is included, including your airfare down. If you're coming by plane, we will pay for the economy class. You're coming down by plane. That's included. If you want to catch the bus, we'll pay for a mega bus or a Greyhound. If you want to rent a car, we will pre-reimburse you for, notice I said pre-reimburse, not reimburse. We will actually send you the money for the trip down, to pay for the trip down from a car rental, full size up to an SUV. So for coming down and going back. Hotel accommodations are also included for the 2 weeks you are here. Your meals are included for the 2 weeks you are here. 3 restaurant meals a day, okay? And we have Uber and Lyft vouchers for those of you who are coming down for that training, and you get 4 Uber and Lyft vouchers per day. They are not transferable over to the next day. You use them or you lose them. So you can't say, well, I didn't use my 4 on Monday, I get 8 on Tuesday. No, you got 4 on Monday, you get 4 on Tuesday. No more, no less. Okay, that's how it is. And after graduation, those who complete the course and graduate, you get guaranteed career placement. Why? Because we have our hiring partners are bonded, federally bonded freight brokerage firms and state licensed dispatch firms. In fact, all of our instructors are all owners of freight brokerage firms or licensed dispatch firms. And all of our instructors and our hiring partners have committed to and agreed to offer anyone who graduates from our course a position with the firm. And they have also agreed to allow those people to work remotely from their homes or from their satellite offices or their prospective locations. You can't get any better than that. We're talking 100+ thousand a year position, either as a dispatch agent or as a freight broker agent. It's easy. It's not hard to make that kind of money when you're with the right firms and with the firms that are ones who are going to be doing the hiring and offering those positions after you complete our course. And I promise you, after you complete our course, you're going to be equipped with everything you need to be successful, everything you need to produce $100K a year in revenue for yourself in dispatch and in being a freight broker agent. All right. So, but this is just a small example of the way that we train people to look. We don't, I mean, every time we train our people to, every time you find a load out, you look for a load back, or you look for, I actually train to not just find a load out and back, but you find a load out, short run load, then you find another load somewhere, then you find another load back to your location. I try to train people to find at least 3 loads running in a triangle. Up, down, back across, running in a triangle. You do that. If you can do that on these short run loads, you are essentially almost guaranteed $1,500 to $2,500 a day. That's trucking. That's dispatch. That's being a freight broker agent. That's being a professional. That's what it means to be a professional. All right. What time is it? 7:02. All right, since we got started late, we got time to look for a couple more loads. But for those of you who are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, there's your free freight for the day coming out of that area. There's one that's paying $1,100, picks up in Atlanta, going to Birmingham, Alabama. Dry van or reefer, 42,000 pounds. The rate per mile, $7.28 per mile, paying $1,100. Your bike haul or your reverse search bike picks up in Decatur, which is 82 miles deadhead. You got to go 82 miles deadhead to grab that load. You're going to pick it up in Decatur. You're going to head back to Forest Park, Georgia, which is essentially Atlanta. It's going to be a 237-mile trip. Your whole trip altogether is going to run you about 420 miles or something like that. I think is what we determined. Look at my history. Your whole trip together is going to run you about 470 miles. The whole trip is going to run you about 470 miles. That's doable. That is doable. Easy doable. You ain't even stressing. You can make a couple of stops along the way and chill for a minute if that's what you want to do. So if you can set that up on a dedicated route, I mean, come on, people. That is, you kicking it. All right. That's you can make your career you can make your career off of that type of dedicated run. Okay, dedicated route. So that's that one right there. And the people to call for this load again is you're gonna contact Sharam Logistics Solutions at 859-963-3019, 859-963-3019 to pick up the first leg of that trip. The second leg of that trip going back, you're gonna go ahead and call Dial Giroux at 352-732-9221. That's Dial Giroux, 352-732-9221. If they ask you where you found this load at, tell them you found it on on the load board report, which is a weekly broadcast that's done by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, and we give away free freight. We give away free freight, doing the load board report. So that's your free freight right there. All right. Let's see what else we got on YouTube. Let's see what someone was looking for on YouTube. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to the next one. And that was for Mr. Who's there asked for that load? Mr. Cody Pro, looking for something out of Southern Georgia. I hope that satisfied you, Cody. Now Cody says he wants something out of Valdosta. Well, I mean, give me a minute, Cody. let's handle Drew G's wanted a flatbed step deck out of Virginia to Anywhere. All right, let's go and check that out real quick. Flatbed step deck out of Virginia. Virginia. How many of y'all ever watched that movie John Carter? Virginia. 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 Because he said he was Captain John Carter from Virginia, and the aliens on Mars thought his name was Virginia. So they just called him Virginia and not John Carter. I just thought that was kind of funny. So y'all don't mind me. I got a strange sense of humor. Okay. So let's go back and look for Virginia. Okay. Let's go back up here and let's put in Anywhere out of Virginia. Let's look for Virginia, the entire state of Virginia to Anywhere. And we are looking for a flatbed step deck. Step deck. There we go right there. Flatbed step deck. All right. What we got this morning coming out of Virginia. Flatbed step decks out of Virginia. All right. All right, here we go. Flatbed step decks out of Virginia. Let's click on this estimated rate per mile. Looks like it's got the highest rate per mile already pulled up for me. Out of Virginia, we have a 773-mile run. That's pretty good. Now, if this is right, this is pretty doggone good, okay? You got a 773-mile run, okay? Leaving out of Norfolk, Virginia, going to Cedar Ridge. Well, if you want that, you can have it, but I'm not broadcasting or promoting anything going to Colorado, okay? I don't care what it's paying. People can get mad at me, whatever you want, whatever the case may be. I'm not promoting anything going to Colorado, and you all know why. We don't need to speak on that anymore. That was just atrocious. The amount of time that rookie got, and that was wrong. If the law is wrong, I don't care how you put it, it's wrong. Okay, to even have a law like that sentences somebody that's mandatory to that much time for an accident, that is wrong. Regardless what you think about him as a person, regardless what you think about whatever the case may be, you should have enough respect and enough camaraderie within this industry to stand for one of your own. When something like that happens to one of your own, you as a truck driver, you as a person who is in the industry, should have enough brotherhood to stand for one of your own. Okay? And if you don't, then that's you. But I'm not promoting anything going to Colorado. So let's just scratch that all together. I can just go ahead and click on and get that one out of there because I'm not, no. Okay? I'm not doing anything with that. I don't want to hide anything from that company. But as far as sending something to Colorado, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not promoting it. I'm not even going to talk about it. All right, so let's look down here. Let's see what else we got. We got here's something right here that's going 662 miles from Virginia, Evergrove to looks like Minnesota. Flatbed step deck, full load, $5.14. And that's $3,400 on that one. So that one is ATS Logistics Services 320-304-6142. 320-304-6142. You can call that broker on that one. What else we got? See if we can find something that's short. Let's go trip miles. Let's see if we can find something that's short with the trip miles, and then see what we got on there as far as rate per mile and trip miles. We got a lot of short stuff. There's not a whole lot of it went the wrong way with the trip miles. I'm sorry. Let's go the other way with the trip miles. Oh, here we go. Short run trip miles. All right. Here's some stuff that's kind of short. Trying to find something short and paying really, really, really well. All right. Now, here is a 214-mile run that's paying $5.25. So that's $2.45. That's not very great when it comes to step deck. I'm looking at the rate per mile and trying to get something that's really, really, really good rate per mile wise. Here's one that's 341 miles from Maryville, Virginia, going to York, PA, paying $4.03 a mile, $1,375. And there are plenty of those that run it. Now, I want you to take a look at this. And the reason why I want you to take a look at this, because if you look here, you see here, same run, same run, same run. Look at the dates, different dates. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you, anybody? That tells you that those are repeatable runs that run every day. Okay. Today is what? Tuesday, right? So they've got one leaving today, tomorrow, and possibly the day after that, but because they probably shut down on Christmas for the Christmas holidays, and then they're probably gonna pick back up on Monday. But you can see that that is a repeatable run. So that is an ideal one to take a look at to see about getting on some type of dedicated route, right? So you're gonna call Full Logistics Services for that initial one. No, that's on the 22nd. The one that's leaving today is with Landstar. Now, if Landstar has it for today, they probably got it for the rest of the week too. Or if they don't have it, this other company has it, which is Full Logistics Services. And then if they don't have it, Global Trans has it. So check with these three companies. Check with Landstar on this load right here. It's 341 miles, and it is it's paying where did my posted rate go? Hold up here. Yeah, okay. This one don't have a posted rate for it. This one has $396 per mile, $1,350. But the Landstar one doesn't have a posted rate for it for some reason. I don't know why. But that's kind of good though, because if you know that this company here is paying $396 for the same load. Where did it go? There we go, right here. This company right here is paying $396. Now get this company is paying $403. So you know there's enough to go at least to $4, 425. I would say the 420, 425. I would get, since Landstar doesn't have a posted rate, all up on game. You're looking at some of these other rates higher, the different rates. So that means that the brokers are, they're doing their job. They're putting the load out there and they're working their margins. So I would go to Landstar because you already know this broker here is willing to do 403. This broker is willing to do 396. So I would go to Landstar, who doesn't have a posted rate, right? Whose load is leaving today. These brokers got the same load, but they're leaving on different dates. So this load does run. There's a 95% chance this load runs every single day. So I would call Landstar and I would hit them with 450 off the bat. Since they don't have a posted rate, I would call them and say, hey, I'd like to get that load that's picking up in Martinsville, VA, going to Pennsylvania, and I like to have it at 450. Now, if they say, well, I can't do 450, you say, well, what can you do? If they come back with anything less than $4, I'm going to say, no, I got to have at least, no, I know you can do better than $4. Why? Because I wouldn't tell them that other places got it for $4. But I say, I know you can do better than $4. I can go to another company and get $4. I'm coming to you because you're Landstar. So let's see if we can get this, for, how about 435? Because you hit it with 450. So how about 435? And then that's where you start your negotiation from. 450 is what I would shoot out there. You're going to shotgun that 450. Then when he comes back and tell you, well, I can't do 450, you say, well, what can you do? If you try to lowball you and put you on a 4, then you come back, well, no, I know you can do better than 4, so let's do 435. Now, anything that you get higher than 403, you're making money. Why? Because you get it for 403. So if you get it for 410, 420, 425, then you've done a great job. Okay. I mean, this is just how the business is. This is what I do to get my carriers the best I can get them. This is what we train. So that's how you would do it. Now, with that, that load runs every day is 341 miles, right? 341 miles. You know that. So if you're going to do a reverse search, because you got that one, that's 1350 on this one right here. That's 1350 that you're making on that one. So if you're going to do a reverse search, you're going to do a from Pennsylvania Bike to Martinsville. Let's see what you got. Now, you're not going to be able to run both those loads in the same day. But what you're looking for out and then back in. Because how many miles was that? 400 and no, you can probably do 2. You probably do that in the same day. It's 341. Yeah. So you can probably do it out and back. So but you gotta drive. You can't be stopping to take a leak. You can't be stopping to sightsee. You can't be stopping. You got to keep that door closed and you got to drive. If you want to if you want to do this one and make that money, you got to drive. Now, your load back, you're not really looking for something back that's going to, you want to find something back that will allow you to be able to make the trip now. So you got to look for something that's going to allow you to make the trip. There's no sense in getting something that you can't get back to pick up your money load for the next day, right? Because your money load is the load that you just ran. So you want to find something that's going to get you back to your money load so you can run both those loads, the next day too. So all this stuff that's showing 700 miles, 600 miles, 600 miles, 500 miles, that ain't gonna work. Okay, because you're not gonna be able to piece those two together and make that work. You can't make 300 and some miles work on top of 700 some miles and get it done the same day. It's not gonna happen. So forget all this stuff right here: 500, 400, 400, 390, 390. Forget that. You're gonna come down here around about this 312 range. Okay, this is where you want to be at, 312 range, and really you want to be down to around this 214 range, right? Because if you get this 214 run down here, this step deck 214, there's no prices on it. But looking at this other stuff right here, these flatbeds paying 321, 270, 272. Here's one that's paying 430, 483, which is a flatbed, around 350, 312. So if you're looking at this right here, you can go with one of these 312 miles, and you can make that 312, and you can probably make that 340 mile work. You can make those two work on your mileage and be back. Okay, you can do it, because remember, the average driver can drive 600, 650 miles, but you got to keep that door closed. You got to keep the door closed. Now, if you want to make it easier on yourself, you're going to go down here and you're going to take one of these 214 mile runs. And I'm pretty sure with these 214 mile runs, based on what these numbers are showing, I'm up here, 900, 875, you can get at least $900 to $1,000 on that run back. So with that being said, I would call this company down here, because the reason, now why would I call this company? Because look, it's a repeatable load, 21st and 22nd. Repeatable load. And that's what you're looking for, another repeatable load that takes you back. You got a repeatable load that takes you out. Now you want a repeatable load that takes you back in the same day. 214 miles is ideal. So I would call Landstar here. And here again, you're still dealing with the same company if you're going Landstar to Landstar. So I would get with Landstar, right? The number is 619-573-4690. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab this load right here, which you can probably get Landstar to pay you $13.50 on this load going out. Why? Because this other company is paying $13.50, right? So you're going to take the load from Martinsville, Virginia to York, PA, right? This one's paying $3.96. There's one that's paying $4 and something, $13.75. So either one, right? You can get Landstar to pay that amount easily, right? So you're going to take that out, right? Right? And then you're going to make $13.50 on that one, which is going to give you, you're going to make $13.50. And then on the one back, you're going to be looking at least $1,000. So you can probably, anywhere between $850 and $1,100, you can get that. Why? Because here's the same load that's going out. Some of these other loads, these step-there loads that's going out about that same type of distance, paying that. So that 214 mile run, you can probably get $800, $850 to $1,000. I would say $1,000 you can get that from Landstar. So if you got that plus $1,000 coming back in, that's $23.50 a day. And we've already shown that this is a repeatable load. We've already shown that both these loads are repeatable. Both these loads are repeatable. Flatbed step deck, $23.50 a day, times 5 days a week, home every night, $11,750 per week, 52 weeks of the year, $611,000 dedicated route. $611,000 dedicated route. All right. So there you have it. So for the person that wanted that load out of some loads out of Virginia for flatbed step deck, there you go. That's ideal for you. That's and the numbers to call to set this up. I would call Landstar, even though Landstar doesn't have their loads posted. Other brokers have the loads posted, so I would call Landstar. That's who I would call. Okay. Now, if you Virginia to York, Pennsylvania, okay, that's that load that's leaving out from Landstar. If you can't get it from Landstar, go out here and call Fuse Logistics Service, 763-432-3680. But both these companies have it going out, multiple times a day, and there's Global Trans also has it. They're the ones that has it posted at $4.03 a mile. 336-869-8125. And then on your return trip, you're looking for the Dundalk, Maryland to Gladstone, Virginia. It's 58 miles on your deadhead, 214 mile trip. That combined with your 344 miles, so you got 344 plus 58 plus 214. Bam, you in there. 616. You can do that. You can do that. Come on, man. I know you're a driver. You can do that. Average driver 600 to 650. You can do that. But you got to keep your door closed. Okay? You got to keep your door closed. You can do it, but you got to keep your door closed. All right? And I think, 600 and some odd $1,000 a year is worth you keeping that door closed and being home every night, right? Being home every night, off every weekend, 5 days a week, $2,300 a day. Come on, people. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. All right. All right. Hopefully I got that for you there, Cody, and some stuff, and hopefully I got that for you, Mr. Drews. I hope that was sufficient for you. Look, we're out of time. I wish I had more time. Hey, look, y'all, it's already 7:25. We've used up our hour. We got started at about 6:25 and 7:25. We used up our hour. And look, as always, I appreciate y'all for joining us. Thank you, Dorothy Hammond, for joining us. Thank you, Drew Jeans, for joining us. Thank you, Cody Pro 21, for joining us. Thank you, Magic Matrix, for joining us. Magic Matrix tomorrow. I will get you tomorrow. Tune back in tomorrow, and I promise I will get you some stuff coming from where you need to go. We'll highlight some stuff for you tomorrow. So make sure you're on here early tomorrow to catch me, so I can fulfill my promise to you and make that happen for you. Thank you to all the people who are joining us on YouTube, Facebook, and things like that. We appreciate you following us. Put the word out. I'm sure you all know some people who are looking to get into this side of the industry, dispatching, booking freight from home. I'm sure you all know people. Put the word out. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Give me a call. Put them on three-way. If you give them a call to put them on three-way and they get something from us, they sign up for our platform, whatever the case may be, guess what? You're going to get paid. I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you. Okay? I'm going to pay you. All right? So, do that for me. Get people interested in the school that we have, because, look, this is phenomenal. The school that we have is, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this school is phenomenal. Matter of fact, let me show y'all some stuff on here. Let me go to it real quick, show you what I'm talking about. The RBBSLLC.org or the RBBSLLC.com. Either one takes you over to our the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, the actual freight brokers and dispatch vocational school that we have in Tallahassee, located in Tallahassee. That's our campus right here, the little courtyard area there with the campus and everything. Hey, $7,500 includes everything. 2 weeks of training. If you go to our website, you'll see our course curriculum. You can click on our course curriculum. It shows you what we're going to be teaching. You can pull it up right here. It shows you what we're going to be teaching and whatnot. If you want to see the if you want to see this in much bigger fashion, click here where it says view the external documents. You can pull it up, open it up right there, view the external document, and you'll be able to see our course curriculum from what we're going to be doing those 2 weeks from the time you get down here to the time you graduate. And this is the stuff that we're going to be teaching. It's very, very, very comprehensive course. Very comprehensive course, about the most comprehensive course I've ever seen when it comes to freight broker and dispatch training. And of course, we have guaranteed career placement at the end of it through our hiring partners, consortium of hiring partners. We even got Reinsfelder on board, 104-year-old company, heavy haul company. They're one of our hiring partners, and they're going to be also supplying us with instructors from time to time. So look. This is shaping up to be the best thing to hit this industry in a long time. I'm not bragging. Okay, I'm just telling you all that I've worked on this for the last 3-4 years, and I'm finally ready to bring it to the industry. But whether you're attending our on-site school or you are attending our dispatcher tools and resources online training and support, we're going to help you make $100,000 a year in dispatching or as a freight broker agent. Okay, either one of our platforms will put you on track to do 100 grand a year, no doubt. Because in our online platform, you get everything you need. Load boards, more than 100 load boards. You don't have to pay for load boards. 19 million shippers, verified direct shippers, so you don't have to pay for any type of shipping list. Owner operators locator site, documents, contracts, dispatch agreements, broker carrier agreements, broker shipper agreements, onboarding shipper site, all that stuff. Logistics library has every word, phrase, and term ever used in trucking. 140,000 hours of operational training videos, live training, access to our network of 2,997 professionals, people who are within this industry. Those are freight brokers, dispatchers, dispatch firm owners, freight brokers, firm owners, 3PLs, third-party logistics firms, for those who don't know that term, shippers, shipping plant, distribution managers, everybody who is owner-operators, fleet owners, everybody who is in this industry is pretty much a part of our network, and you all get to network with them where you all can call and talk to these people, help each other to understand the industry, help each other to be successful, help each other to find and book freight. That's what we're all about. Okay? All right. To join our online platform is just $349.95 on your initial enrollment and $39.95 per month. It's our most popular enrollment option. Or if you are a veteran, $249.95 plus tax for your enrollment and $29.95 per month to access your back office tools and resources. You can go over to mydispatcher.org if you want to sign up for our online program. If you can't afford to attend our school, you can go to mydispatcher.org. Let me copy and paste this over here on YouTube. You all can go to mydispatcher.org. Paste that in there. There it is. And once you get there, you're going to be on the very first page. On the very first page, you're going to scroll down to the middle of the page. You're going to see this video. Underneath that video, you're going to see where it says click here to enroll. You're going to click that. That's going to take you over to our enrollment, to the automated enrollment page. I'm going to give you all the link to that too. This is the automated enrollment page. You see all our different types of enrollments here. This is the most popular one, which is right there. But let me give you all that link to the enrollment page. This is the enrollment page. The enrollment page is this one right here. Give you all that link to the enrollment page. And then we're going to give you the link to the most popular platform enrollment, which is the individual enrollment plan. And that one is, give you all the individual enrollment plan. Individual plan. And that one is right there. That's the $349 on the enrollment, $39.95 per month to access all your back office tools and resources. Look, you guys take up a lot of property. Yeah, we do. Yeah, if you're referring to our school, we do have a pretty big spot. Now, that whole space is not our spot. We're in the Edgewater commercial office complex, which there are other companies out there, but we have 2,200 square feet of space. Is our spot, and of course, every company gets access to the whole campus type, the whole the area there, all of the common areas, like the courtyard and out front and stuff like that that we serve for, that we use like our campus. And that's the reason why I chose that location, because it has that campus-like atmosphere. But we have 2,200 square feet for our space, for our 3 classrooms. We can hold up to 50 people in each classroom. And that's with the social distancing of 6 feet apart, with the partitions in between, glass partitions and everything in between, each of the computer stations. And our office space for our instructors and everything have about 9 offices within the main office space area. So we have adequate enough space to do this the way it needs to be done, the right way. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining us. As always, I appreciate y'all for joining us and here today at the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers, both our online platform and our school. As y'all can see here, both we appreciate y'all, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center on-site training and the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, our online platform. And I thank y'all for joining me this morning for the load board report, where we take a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to freight and flow availability. So again, thank y'all. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Let me get rid of this share here. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow at 6 to 6:15 a.m. for another rendition of the load board report. After tomorrow, we're probably going to break for the holidays and we won't be back until after Christmas. But I will be doing various lives and things like that. So if y'all will hit the notification button up there, so that it'll notify y'all when I go live on YouTube, then y'all will be able to catch everything that I'm doing when I come on to YouTube. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like our videos. Don't forget to tell people about what we do and what we're bringing to the industry. Y'all have a great day. Bye, everybody.